Sweet. Where does Zookov go? Where did he just wander off to? Zookov! Where'd you just go? Oh, he's over here. Dude, hey, Zookov. Bro. Hey, Zooks, come on. What are you doing? Move. Hey, move. Come on. Oh, what the hell? Yo, what the fuck? Dude, straight up bones here, bro. Oh, whoa. Dude, there's a skull right here too. What the fuck? Whoa. Huh. Oh, this used to be some sort of a critter. Weird. What the fuck? That is wild looking. I hope that was not a cat or anything. It doesn't look like one. Could this be a possum? No? Could that be a possum or like a fucking raccoon? Doesn't look like a dog or nothing. Why? I wonder if the neighbors know that that's probably been there for who knows how long. Opening human. That's not a human, that's an animal. There's animal remains over there. It's like skeletal remains over here. I think it might be from a possum or a raccoon. Right here. Yeah, but it definitely isn't a human. I don't know what this could have been. Got the ribs right here. I mean, you could tell whatever happened, it was natural. Like, it just crawled up and died here. See the ribs there and its head's there. Pelvis bones here and got its legs.
Hopefully it's a coyote.
I don't think it is. I mean, I don't know. Look at its jawline here. I mean, it's still freakishly got some skin left. It's not completely, you know. This looks like it'd probably be a possum or a raccoon, maybe. You could look up what, you know, a raccoon skull looks like or something.
Snout looks a little long for a raccoon.
Possum? I mean, it's got molars too right there. And
for a possum. The whole thing you look, it's a coyote.
Well, I don't think it is. And this looks way too small to be one. Unless it was a baby. But what would have killed it? And this would have been a long time ago anyways, since of how decomposed it is. Come on, Zooks.
Monday night, the new trash.
Oh, is it Monday nights? Oh, well, yeah, it was, because I...
It was Sunday night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, off to a great spooky start. We get some corpses to look at. Well, maybe, a corpse, I should say. Well, maybe not even a corpse. It's skeletal remains at that point. It's not even a real dead body. Well, I guess it is, but it's just like some remnants of an animal of some sort. Oh, I already got the mail because my shirt finally came in.
No.
The perfect timing too, the day of. Zookov, come on. Oh, here, hold on. I'll do this one. Shitty horror films as they usually do. Yeah, at least that sounds fun. Some absurd, shitty horror movies. Let's put it right here. I'll open this up.
There we go.
Getting all my squirrels fed and cared for. Let them get their little peanuts for today. Oop. Has a pretty decent limp on his back leg. Can't get a hold of anyone to take it to the vet. Well, what do you think happened? I mean, got like sprained the leg, or did it maybe catch itself in something? Because at least the other day I noticed that with my dog too, but right now he's fine. So I'm thinking, maybe he probably pricked himself on his little paw pad or something like that. And whatever it was probably healed. I mean, actually, that's probably something that I would check, see if there's a splinter. Like there could be a splinter or maybe like some sort of a small little wound or something like that. Oh, be careful. Dog took a shit right here. I heard a boom last night, didn't think of anything until I woke up this morning. Like a boom, a boom in a sense of a loud noise like a gun, or just something falling, or the cat knocking some shit over. Because if it's your cat knocking shit over, then that might honestly explain it. Maybe your cat accidentally had something fall on it when something fell. And yeah, it probably has a slight little limp, but if that's the case, then your cat should probably be fine. Just, make sure the cat takes it easy for a day or two. Cat fly from a high place. Well, cats usually land on their feet. They're pretty good about that, and they can fall from pretty tall heights and be fine. So I imagine it probably was something that I don't know, something like maybe falling on it, or maybe you got a splinter or something like that. I've heard gunshots and some move weight step douche. Well, alright, well that's good at least. Zukoff, what are you doing? Are you just eating grass? He's eating grass. Not only is Zukoff touching grass. Oh, that scrub jay is right there. Oh my god, dude, this scrub jay is so confident and used to us. This dude just rolls up so close to us. Holy shit. I bet I could probably make this fucking bird land on me somewhere. Oh, Zooks, you okay? Oh, the scripture's right there. Oh, dude, that bird's checking us out right now. Oh, Zooks. Well, that's what you get for eating grass. Don't be eating all the grass, bro. Dude, that scrub tree is right there, though. You see it? Right. Oh, there. Oh. I can just grab the peanut. Oh, there it goes. Dude, that thing is practically fucking just got tamed by me, dude. Dude, that scrub just straight checks me out and just hangs out. Vegetable or pork wontons over cheese and ham. Dude, veggie pork wontons, that sounds good. Alright, come back. Oh, I just grabbed one of the ones I've just tossed. Oh, there he goes. Zooks, come on. Hey. Come on, Zukoff. Zukoff. Dude, he does not like to listen. Zukoff, get in here. Get in the house. Come on. Quit eating the grass. Come on. This fucker, dude. Come on. Jesus. What else am I gonna see for later? You look like an extra for Pirates of the Caribbean. That's kind of the point. My actual the pirate shirt I'm wearing right here, or you know, this fancy little Renaissance looking shirt, like straight out, like I mean, this showed up today. I've been waiting for this for like a fucking weekend now, and it showed up today, so it's like perfect timing. I'm just like, ah, yes, where do be, madam? Sukkot should dress as a dog that listens to you. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, I agree with that. I most certainly agree. There we go. Oh my god, he usually likes to just follow me everywhere, and now he's not. Really. Hey! Bro! Thank you. I'm from the spirit. Got my Jack Skeleton face shirt and orange shoes. Oh, you're in the spirit? Nice. That's not very well. He's his own man. Well, not in this household, he ain't. Not on my ship. And also, for thematicness sake, I'm also, well, I cannot even get it, like, okay, well, maybe we'll fuck it on. I'll do this first. Because this thing is super, super poofy, but, of course, you know, for tradition's sake, I shall be wearing the Ailstorm shirt underneath as well. Just for, you know, just for the extra piracy going on with that one. I have to make sure, you know, I can't just simply wear any shirt underneath everything. I have to make sure it's like, it has to be like, you know, something piratey. And luckily I have a few Ailstorm shirts, so I just popped up that one. My pirate metal drink chew. Because somebody undressed one has some naked as fuck right now. I somebody else Spider-Man costume. Oh, you're washing it? Well, at least you're washing it. Like, it's only like 12:50 for me, so it's like well early in the day. I got like dressed like early, technically. So, you know, all in all, I don't really need to like, you know, totally be dressed up right now. I decided to do it to get it out of the way. And that I also want to make sure this shirt would also be like at least somewhat comfy, and surprisingly it is. And actually ain't too bad. Like, and with the couple, with the few other shirts I have under here, it actually ain't too bad. So, especially with my jacket that I have, my little punk jacket, I could just bundle this up and that'll be fine. And that's also why I got this little bandana on the top too, because this tricorn does not exactly keep heat. It is not that much of a strong insulator, but at least, you know, that'll help kind of keep the heat a little bit. Plus, it just adds a little extra level of pirateness. Should be wearing for your children to come knock and look for candy. You can actually want dirt in their eye, because fuck those little shits. Fuck them shits. Little bastards, I tell you what. Little shit stains. Between that and travel, it took like 3.5 goddamn hours. Fuck, dude. That's shitty. Man, none of that bullshit, you know, should have to be a thing where it's like, oh, have to be like basically like a third of the day or some shit, like, goes to basically having to deal with doctors. Like, Speed Kids last link. Sending me links already? Jesus fuck Christ. Another report of a fire threat post. What time do we have? Wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. I need to do this first. So where? Okay. But your kidneys, man. Man, fuck them kidneys. It's not, be sure to put extra drugs in the candy for trick-or-treaters. Being kids tough, it'll help take the, it'll help take the edge off. I still can't find how anyone would believe that anyone would just be giving their drugs away for Halloween, especially in this economy. Shit's not cheap. I mean, no shit. I mean, the only thing that's cheap is weed, but you know what? Like, it's so cheap that there's no real reason to just, like, you know, like, give it out to people. Like, I mean, it's like, bitch, go buy your own weed. It's like $1, like, a gram or some shit, but you know, depending on where you go. So it's like, I mean, fuck. I mean, I'm over-exaggerating. It's not that cheap. Like, you might be able to get, like, a deal, like, where there might be, like, you know, $30 for, like, 2 joints or some shit like that. There'll straight up be, like, some deals every now and then. But usually it'll be, like, for, like, you know, a joint or maybe, like, you know, a few joints or something like that. And, you know, when it comes to, like, you know, anything more than that, it's, you know, it's got to be, like, $5-10, you know, for, I don't know, for, like, a gram, give or take, depending on the shelf. And then, for, like, top shelf, it'll be, like, you know, 15 or some shit. Like, I'm not even kidding. It can't get that expensive if you want that. But, there's also, like, fucking, you know, like, I mean, you could get, like, ounces, you know, for, like, $45, give or take. So, if you know where to look, weed is cheaper than shit. It's like the cheapest thing around here, frankly. Can't afford to buy much else, but shit, buy weed all day. It's like, goddamn it, dude. I'm pretty sure it's a drug deal, but I don't want to try to find out, because if I'm wrong, it could be bad. Well, just talk with them. Don't talk to them about drugs or nothing, unless you're talking about, like, a story that you had with a, you know, like, that's actually probably the way to do it. If, you know, just chat with them and tell them, like, a funny story, you know, if, like, they're telling you some funny story, be like, oh, that kind of reminds me of a funny story I have, like, so here, let me tell you. So, like, one time, you know, me and this dealer that used to know back in the day, you know, where, you know, he would sell me weed and stuff like that, you know, laid in there as a detail, but, you know, because then that person could be like, oh, I mentioned that you used to know a dealer or something. I was like, I kind of do a little myself. You know, it's like, I mean, if you put it out there without necessarily trying to, like, infer, like, hey, do you? You know, but as, like, some other bit of, you know, context in a story or something like that, it opens the door and at least lets that person know it's like, hey, I know someone who used to deal and stuff, and if you happen to, you know, it kind of gives them, like, a little hunch. Especially if, you know, they are a dealer, then they'll pick up on that. They'd be like, you used to know someone that dealt in weed? I deal in weed. I have a business opportunity. Like, they're gonna see that. So, you know, just, like, I just chat with them, you know, just have some small talk, and just, like, you know, I would kind of, you know, squeeze that bit of information, you know, like, that, you know, about something like that, you know, just without, like, it being, like, you know, a question or something about them. The fuck? This goddamn, like, you know, one of the world, like, fucking, like, tripods out? What, they just fucking land? One of the world, like, you know, tripods, I think, just, like, landed outside. Whoa. A grave cake. Oh, this is pretty cool. I wonder if, there's, like, little, like, bodies, so to speak, in the cake. Because that would be even cooler. She doesn't want the potential trouble of cops or landlords kicking us out for drugs. Well, I mean, well, fair enough, I guess. But the thing is, like, even in Alabama, like, I can imagine, like, most people probably don't give a shit. Now, there are going to be more people that do give a shit over there, more so than not. You know, but I still think a majority of people just don't give a fuck. Any use of drugs in apartments allows landlords to kick you out with no due process. Well, fuck landlords, they're parasites. Like, I mean, and that just, like, you know, confirms that even further. I think they have candy skeletons. Oh, and the grave cake? If so, that makes it even more awesome. I think it would be better if it did. Oh, what if one of them had, like, a, you know, skeleton candy, like, you know, like, half buried. Has, like, hands sticking out or some shit. Well, they, or the Ward's tripod alien fucking, it ascended and left. Saw no threats. It seems to be in a better mood this morning. Because I don't have to work later. That would be one aspect of it. Another aspect is we'll be at a punk show later tonight. Well, it's not really a punk show, it's more of a bash. It's called the Burnside Bash. And, see what else. I mean, I got the shirt in for the outfit for today. I'm in my fit. I don't know. I mean, it's like... Weekends tend to be a little bit more of a better mood wake-up vibe for me, more so than like, oh, fuck, my same routine, I have to get up, go to work, lame. I mean, you know, there's... Don't you mean a Monster Mash? Well, I think that's why it's called the Burnside Bash, because it's kind of in tandem with that, because it's Halloween, and it's under the Burnside Bridge. Like, it's like a punk show slash, like, yeah, like kickback slash, like, kind of skater thing, because there's also a skate park that, well, not really a skate park, but it's, like, converted into a skate park, basically. That's, like, directly under the Burnside Bridge, like, literally right under it. And, yeah, and, like, there's all sorts of, like, you know, fun, crazy shit that happens there. Shows, you know, people have some burrs, you know, chilling, hanging out, doing their shit, skaters, you know, skating. It's a very, like, punk thing. I mean, it's why I kind of, like, said punk show initially, even though it's not really a punk show. I mean, punk bands and, like, other bands will play there, but it's, you know, more or less, you know, just kind of like a get-together for the most part. But most people go there for the bands, because a lot of local, like, punk bands and local, like, PNW, West Coast, you know, punk bands and stuff that do tours or, you know, go from town to town, you know, playing shows and shit like that. Like, they, you know, it's like a big hub, you know, on, like, Halloween to come to Portland because of the bash. At least, you know, it's kind of like a big underground thing, so to speak. It's not, like, huge, but, you know, like, the underground scene, at least in Portland, is kind of a big thing. I was gonna tell you all a joke about candy, but it's really corny. Good old candy corn jokes. Gotta love it. You know what? That's a little loud. Here, we'll turn it down. You know what band we have been playing in the background, though? I've been playing some Ailstorm lately, so we're doing that. That's pretty much all I'm going to be playing in the background right now. I was 28 years old when I discovered Freesia from DBC as a representation of real estate agents. This comes straight from an interview with the creators of the manga. Damn. I like how Rose is just like immediately like, yeah, I knew that, whatever, fuck that shit, I already knew that from the start, bitch. Why don't you start catching up, bruh? I mean, honestly, it definitely makes sense considering that, like, the dude is straight up, like, a fucking... Like, he looks like a fucking, like, you know, hyper, super dystopian, like, cyberpunky real estate agent business guy. I mean, honestly, if you take all the crazy superhero, like, well, not superhero, but, like, the superpower shit and all that stuff, if you take all that out and just, like, look at him with his fit, he kind of does look like that, honestly. He literally looks like in, like, 3083, like, that's what a landlord would look like. Like, you know, it's like, Jesus. I mean, if I were to take a guess, that's how I'd feel. It's like, oh yeah, this is like a typical landlord because our system has not changed for literally 1,000 years and it's 3043 or some shit and this motherfucker's just like, you know, still like a landlord parasitical shark. It's like, great, we still got that. Awesome. Of Japanese land sharks. Yeah, and I imagine it's probably just as bad, if not probably even worse. Because of like, I mean... Because I know in Japan, like, you know, some places literally have just, like, the most tiniest of, like, little, like, tiny homes, basically. or like, you know, and shit like that. And it's, I mean, it makes like little tiny homes or like little mini mobile homes and stuff like that. Like when it comes to like public housing or when it comes to that shit, it makes that stuff look like a fucking mansion basically. It's like there are like hotels in Japan sometimes where it's literally basically just like a tube. It basically like, you know, where you can kind of like, you know, lay in there and it's just, that's it. It's like basically your bed, and there's like, you know, like the whole big communal like, you know, bathroom and stuff, or, you know, like any other business would have. But everyone has like their little like coffin-sized fucking little like hotel bed capsule. I mean, for like very hyper minimalist, you know, like maybe one night stay stuff, that seems fine. But like some people straight up like do that as like somewhat of a longer term thing, and it's like, how the fuck do people do that? I would hate that. I was like, oh look, the landlord came in for an early inspection. For a roach, yeah. I could not spend a night in one of those. Me neither, dude. I mean, it's like, I could, you know, maybe like I said, for like a night, be like, alright, you know, I just need a quick place to sleep, tired as fuck, you know, I'll just stay here for a night, wake up, and be on my way. Like, I could see it being like, for something like that. And even then, it would not be comfortable. I want to enjoy it. Amaranth is... Dude, is that really living rent-free in your head? Sooner lick a roach than drink... Well, at least this time we don't have to worry about Bud Light being the vagina beer. We just have to, like, you know, push that to conservatives, and then they can... Oh, wait, no, never mind. You know what? I just started having a realization, then they're not going to shut up about it. Fuck. Well, you know what? At least it ain't going to be about Bud Light and Devil anymore. But also, it's not really as... Fuck. It's not really as, like, widespread either. If only Tucker was still on air. You know that fucking weird bastard, that bow tie wearing fuck would totally make a segment out of that. Dude, a partnership with Bud Light. Oh my god. Dude, that's how it would happen. That's how, you know, they would freak out about it. And then they'll find out about the vagina beer and be like, what? We knew it. We knew it all this time. See what little things we kind of check out for today. Gonna hang out for a bit, huh? She's... Oh, I read that part. I see, like, stream that's like popped up the little chat over here in the corner, and I'm just like, oh, wait, I already read that. Fuck. Even though it popped up way earlier on my specific little chat that I can read. Love that. Totally just as weird as Christians thinking wine and crackers come from blood and body. Yeah. Though, at least that's... I mean, not that I'm saying that it's, like, you know, normal or whatever, but at least there's some level of symbology with that, where you're actually just eating crackers and either grape juice or just wine. So, yeah, like, at least, like, I even remember some of those things from church, like, dead ass. They would just grab, like, fucking Ritz cracker, like, I'm not even kidding, it would be Ritz crackers, and it'll be Welch's grape juice for kids, and just some random fucking wine they probably bought from the store for, you know, like some random ass red wine that they bought from like Safeway or some shit. Like, it would literally just be some random ass shit. Because, you know, like I said, at least to some extent, that's just, at least in that metric, it's just pure symbolic bullshit. Like, this bitch is straight up using her, like, vaginal lining, like, bacterial, like, lactis bacillus or whatever the fuck. Like, you know, she's using literal, like, bacteria weird to me as a kid. It's like, can Jesus feel that? I mean, I know. It's just like, I mean, why? It's like, it also doesn't it kind of symbolically mean that, like, cannibalism is, like, ritualistically okay? So, like, it's fine to basically do, like, ritualistic sacrifice of cannibalism? I mean, because now I'm starting to think, now thinking about it, do you think that probably was in some, like Christian groups in, like, the very early days? I mean, like, the first, like, 100 or so years of Christianity. You know, like the early days. Do you think that was a thing? Do you think they had, like, you know, like, actual, like, sacrifices, you know, of that shit, and just, like, use someone as, like, the symbolic, or, like, you know, sense of, like, Jesus or some shit? Because, honestly, considering that it's, like, you know, the whole thing around it, it kind of makes me wonder. I came back and as I drank my colon beer, I'd be like, can I just drink your blood? Well, yeah, I mean, and that's another thing. It's like, I mean, that all, it seems very, like, cannibalistic, you know, all things considered, because you're basically, like, at least symbolically, you know, eating the flesh and drinking the blood of, you know, the savior, so to speak. Which I'm starting to wonder, was, like, if he was a dude, like, was he cannibalized? I mean, because honestly, am I just, like, because I feel like I'm now just starting to realize this a little bit. Because, yeah, it is weird. Honestly, it would make it for a lot more of a, like, kind of metal-ass religion, I will admit, if that was the case. That'll explain why we never found bodies or bones. You know what? That honestly could. You know what? I'm actually gonna fucking, I'm buying into this theory a little bit. Jesus was cannibalized, bro. Dude, I'm actually kind of buying into this theory a little bit. That could explain why we don't have any remains, you know, and why, like, specifically, like, accounts are very vague on top of it just being old ass history. And due to, like, all the different archaeological sites that, you know, especially, you know, pertain around, you know, Jesus, or at least, you know, when it comes to, like, you know, Christian holy sites and shit, like, there's not really much. You know, so it kind of makes me wonder, it's like, outside of obviously just most of the religion being bullshit, I mean, for what is there, it's just like, I'd be kind of curious to see if, like, were, like, some of these cultures, like, at least in the early days, like, did some of them do, like, early, or at least, like, maybe some, like, you know, very specific niche elements of cannibalism? Not as, like, a common practice, but at least in a sense of, like, for ritual, or for, like, you know, for, like, religious purpose. Like, I'm not saying, like, these people probably were just doing it left and right, but, I mean, at least, you know, for something that's, like, a kind of specific ritualistic purpose, I mean, cultures all over the world have done this shit. I mean, it's like the Mayans, you know, like, infamously, you know, outside of, like, literally carving hearts out of, like, you know, people for sacrifice to shit, they would cannibalize on their bodies as well. So, the other cultures have done shit like this before. I mean, for strictly religious purposes, so I'm kind of, like, strongly leaning on this theory being at least a strong possibility. I mean, you know, like, I don't know, like, it's just off of literal sheer speculation, but I do think there is a possibility for that. Could be left over from older religions where you could eat your enemies to gain their power. Maybe thought Jesus would become divine. Yeah, because they saw him, or at least, you know, viewed him as, like, a divine figure. Well, yeah, that's kind of what I mean. Like, yeah, and also other cultures, you know, when it comes to, like, you know, times of war, or, like, you know, like, or fighting your enemies and stuff like that, like, there would be ritualistic, like, acts of cannibalism there as well. I know there's at least, like, some African tribes actually did ritualistic, like, chipping of their teeth, where they'll make it look like they have literal fucking fangs. So when they go, like, do shit like that, and, like, yelling, you know, doing their, like, war cries and shit, it just looks that much more fucking scary. Because if you got your, you know, your opponents and they all have, like, fucking shark teeth, basically, it's like, oh, fuck. Like, I mean, you wouldn't want to fuck with that either. So, like, I mean, there's been cultures all over the world that have, like, at least, you know, have, like, kind of played around, well, maybe not played around, but at least, like, used certain elements of, like, cannibalism as a part of, like, either ritual or, like, as a part of, like, combat, even. You know, it's a way to either, like, you know, bring fear to enemies or, like, you know, bring, you know, like, you know, good wishes or, like, good blessings from the gods or whatever the fuck. I mean, they all had, like, various niche specific reasons for it. Like, I mean, like, outside of more or less, like, exceptional cases, it doesn't really seem like, you know, there's just, like, yeah, let's just eat people, fuck it. You know, it's more or less just very ritualistic, like, at least, you know, throughout human history. Obviously, there's just people that have just that weird fucking fixation to do that. There's, you know, like, different specific cases about that, especially in modern history. But at least, you know, I think a lot of that's probably just weird-ass, like, holdovers, you know, with, like, you know, some elements of, like, you know, our past that probably did straight up do, like, cannibalistic rituals and shit. Which just shows how fucking, you know, yeah, like, how sane humanity is. Definitely a stable species. It's been a privilege to speak with you tonight. Wait, was something happening with you? What, you're just good? What's going on with you? Nearer, my God, to the, nearer, my God, to the something starts playing as the ignore ship goes down. My ship never goes down. You really think my shit is gonna be going down? Oh, hell no. Titanic reference. Oh, with like with the musicians. You know, I mean, I kind of at least respect the musicians a little bit. It's like, you know what? We're kind of gonna die anyway. No way we're getting on those boats. Fuck it. Let's just play one more tune. We're gonna go out with a bang. Going out with a banger. I mean, if I knew I was probably gonna die and I had my instrument with me, yeah, I'm just gonna fucking play it. Yeah, I'm just like, alright. Fuck it. Imagine trying massive buck teeth. At least shark teeth would be kind of cool way to go out, but I'm not about to be axed off by people of Rocky Bullwinkle cartoon. Yeah. So basically just the British. That's why they, you know, end up using redcoats and muskets instead, because, like, you know, they couldn't even really have a fucking, you know, battle anymore. Everyone kept running away from it and be like, fuck this shit. Nope. That's the ancient British. Implying that the current British aren't any different. The Romano Brits. I mean, I think they're still around. I think those Roman Brits still exist because those are still a thing. The sun never sets on a Brit, because God never trusts an Englishman in the dark. That's like the funny thing about that quote. Like, the sun never sets on the British Empire. Like, they, like, a lot of, like, weird British, like, monarchical weirdos and shit will, like, you know, fucking be hardcore, like, yes, this is sense of pride, I say. But they don't realize that they leave out the last half of it. The last half of it is because God never trusts a Britishman in the dark. That's why, like, that's, I mean, that's at least some part, you know, of, like, why that phrase exists. I'm sure it initially started as the initial phrase, but then literally the rest of the world was like, we're adding something to that because I'm pretty sure there's an asterisk to this. Which is, yeah, God never trusts a Britishman. So he has to make sure that, you know, the sun's always shining on him. I like when it comes to just, like, honestly, like, you know, mocking a culture. It's like, pretty much the whole world just unanimously agrees that, like, the British are just, like, easy pickings. I mean, you know, and honestly, for good fucking reason. I mean, they were, like, the biggest empire for a while there for a long time, outside of the Roman Empire, basically. So it's just like, I mean, you know, they kind of deserve a little bit of, like, a hashing out, you know, a little bit. They deserve a little rash. So, I mean, you know, if anything, to me, it's more or less just like, hey, I mean, the era of you being, this big grandiose empire is still kind of fresh on the minds of people, so we might not really give that much of a fuck anymore, because, like, whatever, legacy of that, like, that's not there anymore. Like, that died. So, I mean, at this point, it's just more or less just to, like, poke fun. Because that's all it really is for me. I just like poke fun at them. I mean, because what the fuck are they gonna do? They're British. They're just gonna be like, oh, what, then? More work, I say. I guess we'll just have to continue, to, fuck on trans people every now and then, and have an existential crisis of government where we don't know what the fuck we're doing anymore. We don't even know who our prime minister is anymore at this point, I say. We go through them basically like, just fuck candies or something, I say, and I don't even know which one's which anymore at this rate. I mean, that's, like, I don't even know how many, like, prime ministers they went through in, like, the past, like, year or two. Like, there was that one who was there for, like, basically, like, 2 days. If that. Like, there was one that was there for not even that long at all or some shit. Like, barely a week. And then she, like, stepped down and some other person took over. And I don't even know if that dude's still in charge or not. It's like, I mean, oops. I don't know what they're doing over there. So, I mean, just because of that alone, they deserve to be poked at. So, I mean, they don't really have the energy to, like, be like, fuck you, you bastard, I say. Like, they ain't got the energy for that, so, he's pickings. Canadians are too easy, because they're just like, oh, sorry. So, that isn't really as fun. British, though. Because, I mean, every now and then you still get ones like, you fucking limey, damn America, I say, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, nah, come on. You might try, but it ain't gonna fucking work. It ain't like the goddamn fucking, like, 1800s or some shit no more, where you're still like, some plotted joy of the Atlantic, Like, I mean, that don't exist no more. Like, I mean, the only time I wave in red, white, and blue is basically when it comes to shit. Like, fucking on the British. Which, no matter, like, what, like, on the political aisle, like, an American can always do that, essentially. It's, like, ingrained in our DNA here. It's just like, when it comes to the British, that red, white, and blue just immediately just, like, just starts waving around. When it comes to anything else, we might just burn the flag, but when it comes to the British, we're waving that shit proud. That's my exception for that flag, basically. Like, I'll wave that shit around in front of a Brit just to poke fun at him. just to, like, get under his skin, but that's it. Beyond that, fuck that flag, burn it. Could be shitting in the bin. It's not shitting in the bin, it's sitting in the bin. What are you doing there, just sitting in the bin? Stop everything and look at this bumble void. It's a bumble void. It's just a big kitty. Big kitty bee. The rare and the luscious bee kitty. It's the bee cat, dude. The very rare, species of bee. I mean, seriously look like cats, but they're actually not cats. Okay, he doesn't look amused. Yeah, that cat does not look happy. I will admit, that cat does not look happy. Would love to see TJ's pug in a costume because of how he describes his aversion to it. Oh yeah, if it's a pug. What was it? His name? What was it like? Was it just Puggy? I forgot what he called his pug. But yeah, honestly, considering like you know, the funny little stories he's told about his little pug. I mean, I could see it. Well, I want to, actually, especially. Grendel? Grendel. Yeah, that was the name. I don't know why I thought Puggy. Maybe one of the other dudes had a dog named Puggy. Or maybe I'm just thinking somebody else. If we're getting married, have kids, I'm just sitting here alone. Fuck, that's depressing. No, it's not. That sounds honestly liberating. Like, I don't want to be, like, tied down having kids and shit. Like, that don't sound depressing. It sounds like a fine time. I don't want kids, I want a partner, though. Okay. But what does, like, you know, getting married and having kids have anything to do with that? Like, you specifically said that. Everyone out there is, you know, having kids, getting married, I know, but I'm not. And you're, like, so, that was very specific. I mean, it's like, I mean, for me, it'd be nice to have a partner, too, but I'm just not worried about it. At least for right now. Besides, just considering, you know, like, you know, with my little social circles, I know that it's like I have, you know, like, outlets to be able to find somebody if I really wanted to, but got other shit I want to worry about. Because, frankly, there is other shit to worry about. Because, frankly, I mean, sometimes, you know, like, you know, I just have to, like, have the priorities straight. And, like, sometimes, you know, having a partner just probably isn't, like, you know, the best outcome given the circumstances. Because I know it wouldn't be for me. It'd be nice, but, I mean, it wouldn't work out, at least in the long term, especially. At least for me, given my circumstances at the moment. So, at least, you know, for now, I don't actively, you know, seek that out. But, you know, you know, because it's just not that priority for me. At least at the moment. And the other should be for you anyway. Like, I mean, you're, like, pretty much, like, kind of, like, in the early stages of moving again. So it's like, I wouldn't, like, in your position, I wouldn't even fucking worry about that at all. I wouldn't even give a fuck about that at this point. I was worried about just make sure that, like, everything else is all, like, kind of squared away and shit. Once, like, you move and settle down and, you know, finally, you know, get your shit, like, you know, all sorted out and stuff, then, you know, I think at that point, then it would be a good opportunity to kind of, you know, go out there and, you know, see what people are doing and shit, but at least for now, I wouldn't even give a fuck. Finally watched Terrifier 2 tonight. I still need to see those fucking movies. I might later tonight, but after the Burnside Bash, me and the homies are gonna have like a little kickback. You know, have a little bonfire. So, a little bit more of a traditional, like, Samhain style, you know, little thing. So, depending on how long that lasts, you know, I might have at least, you know, a chance to, you know, try to watch both Terrifiers. But, if not, I'll just have to, like, squeeze it in tomorrow. Because I don't have too much going on for tomorrow. Good stretch. What's up, pup? He's just like shaking that little tail. Got a baby to sacrifice. If not, I can give you the hookup. I mean, I think I'll be all right. I think we'll have, you know, sufficient sacrifices. Why else would we draw candy? Well, I know, yeah. Just to literally have a bunch of dead children, you know, just everywhere. And just, like, plague, you know, the world. You know, yeah. I just love that shit. The idea that, like, oh my god, be careful, there might be drug in the candy. Like, you know, honestly, this year, I haven't even heard anything about, like, you know, fear-mongering about shit like that at all. I mean, usually, even last year, there was, like, the occasional, like, little meme. But I don't even know if there was even last year. Like, it seems like more, like, the last, like, year or two, there hasn't really been much, like, fear-mongering over that. Which is actually nice, good, but, I mean, you know, like, that seemed like it was a lot more of, like, a talking point up until, like, I don't know, honestly, I think since COVID, because after COVID and shit, like, that's kind of when a lot of the whole, like, trick-or-treating, getting out and doing Halloween stuff kind of died down a little bit. I mean, at least around here, this is, like, the first year where people are kind of, like, you know, get more festive about it. Like, I've seen actively, like, more people kind of, like, out and about, you know, or setting shit up and stuff like that. And there's, like, a few houses around here in the neighborhood that are just, like, you know, really go all out. And, like, there's all, like, and I've seen, like, you know, little flyers, posters of, you know, different, you know, things that, you know, have been kind of happening. War on Halloween, War on Christmas, or 2 for 2. Damn right, dude. Dude, because, yeah, like, because at the end of the day, the Puritans they'll never win on shit like that. War on Christmas, War on Halloween, like, I mean, what's next that they're gonna try to, you know, fight? Fucking Thanksgiving? Well, actually, they try to defend that shit, because they're like, oh my god, you know, they try to make it, like, seem like it's, you know, just bad against the natives and this and that, but, you know what, it's a good holiday. Like, you know, if anything, they think it's the other way around with that one. War on drugs. Yeah, that one's going to take a little longer, but yeah, they'll eventually lose too. In Oregon, for the most part, they kind of have. But they're kind of, you know, ramping it up again because of the dumbass half measure that was Measure 110. But, I mean, a lot of that isn't really inherently on the fact that the drugs are the problem. It's the fact that we didn't actually, like, put anything really substantive in place to actually, like, you know, help uplift people to get off those said drugs and get off of, you know, their addiction, or, you know, kick their addictions and shit. So it's just like, I mean, like, War on Black Friday, actually, that needs to go. Yeah, fuck Black Friday. Like, that's just, like, the bane of, like, every retail worker ever. I mean, luckily... what's up? Hey. Luckily... dude, hey! No. Chill. Chill. Hey. Me. But, like, I mean, because honestly, I mean, luckily, I think, you know, because of, online shopping and shit, like, I mean, Black Friday, luckily, hasn't been as fucking insane in the last few years. But, like, it's still the bane of, like, the retail worker, bro. Like, even for me, like, at a grocery store, like, you know, Black Friday will be, you know, more busier than average, you know, for that day. I mean, because even our store will have, like, some sales and shit going on, and it's like, I mean, luckily it's not really as big of a deal, but, like, when it comes to, like, other retail work, oh my god. I can only imagine, dude. Especially if it's, like, a Best Buy, or, like, a fucking, you know, Walmart, or whatever the fuck. You know, like, or just random little stores like that, like, fuck that. Hell no, I say. What are you doing? He's pushing up against this. You know, I'll just do that. There we go. Fucking goober. And also, like, Labor Day needs to be, like, more of, like, a full-on celebrated, like, pro-worker holiday, honestly. Like, honestly, there should be, like, technically two. There should be May 1st, and then there's Labor Day. And honestly, it's kind of fucked up how that happened anyway. Because, like, there was a petition to make Labor Day May 1st, May Day, you know, like, International Workers' Day, and basically, like, it was, like, some, politician that lobbied it to be on September, like, basically, really just to the root of it, you made bullshit excuses, essentially, or, like, you random justifications, but the main root of it was basically to kind of undermine the broader, like, solidarity and significance of, like, International Workers' Day by basically kind of, like, shoving it way later in the year and, you know, making it, like, some other thing. You know, like, basically a day for, like, you know, sales and, you know, and, like, companies or stores and stuff like that. And, you know, all that type of shit. Like, it basically tried to, like, neuter the actual significance of what the fuck it was supposed to be about. So, it's like, if anything, it needs to, like, really just, you know, like, there really should be two Labor Days. Like, May 1st should be officially recognized as International Workers' Day, as a holiday. And then Labor Day and, you know, as, like, you know, like, the American Workers' Day or some shit. And then actually make it more, like, you know, like, of a federal day off, like, type of holiday, and, like, you know, make it something that's actually, like, for them, so to speak, you know, for the worker on that one. Not the fuck consumer. Or the corporate executive fuckwits. Hit the nail on the head of the Black Friday episodes. Oh, dude, they did. You know, like, I mean, for the flaws that South Park may have, like, dude, when they nail shit, like, when they hit the nail on the head, dude, they nail shit on the head, dude. And that Black Friday episode was, like, well, episodes, I mean, it was, like, what, 2 or 3 parts? Like, that shit nailed it, bro. The Cut Loose Scott says, nah, don't federalize that. A day when a timer discovered an already inhabited land that led to countless deaths. Brr, okay. I know. And also, Thanksgiving should just basically be, like, you know, rebranded, I think. Like, because honestly, like, you know, fuck the original context of the idea of Thanksgiving, honestly, fuck that shit. But, you know, I'm willing to, like, adapt it, you know, because, like, honestly, most people don't think about that. Most people don't care. They just see it as a day to, like, get the fam together and literally just, like, you know, feast to their heart's content. You know, and that's what really it should be. It should just kind of be, like, you know, really kind of, like, rebrand as, like, a family day or some shit. Or, like, a family week type of thing, where it's just, like, this is, like, the holiday where we all kind of get together, you know, and, you know, like, give our thanks to each other, you know, like, get the families together and stuff like that. Make it, like, you know, and if anything, try to, like, you know, make it more of a communal thing. Like, and like I said, like, even make it a fucking week. Like, I mean, because if you think about it, like, some towns, some places, like, during Thanksgiving, you know, or around that time, they'll have, like, different little activities or different little things going on and shit like that, you know, leading up, you know, to, like, you know, Thanksgiving and stuff like that. So, it's one of those things where I'm just thinking, like, you know, why the fuck not? You know, it's just, like, make it, like, a whole, like, you know, holiday week, and then just, like, you know, have, you know, like, you know, the big, you know, like, hoopla with the, you know, like, the 25th, you know, what would be Thanksgiving, and then just, like, you know, have, like, you know, every other, you know, every day leading up to that, you know, for that week, you know, just basically being, I don't know, just, like, different activities, or different little things, or something that's, like, you know, specific, you know, that, you know, it's, like, communal in a sense, like, you know, like a community day, or, like, you know, or some shit. Because it already, at this point, is kind of like that at this point, you know, so you might as well just go all the way with it, and just, like, adapt it for that specifically, and just, like, rebrand the whole day without really having to change the aesthetic to it. You know, because, I mean, it'd still all be the same thing, basically. It's just the, you know, official title of it, you know, will be different, and if anything, it will last longer anyway. Not only am I, you know, about rebranding, but I'm also saying expand it, you know, make it, like, last a few days, you know, or whatever the fuck. Make it, like, a 3 or 4 day holiday thing. Because, you know, why don't we get that? Why don't we get, like, a federal, like, holiday week or some shit? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, we get, you know, a day, you know, but not, like, a fucking week or, like, a couple days. Like, even Hanukkah's like, you know, multi-day holiday or some shit. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, what, we don't got something? It's like, boo. Fuck that shit, dude. I mean, it's like, you know, it's like, come on, you know, we can, I think we can, like, you know, pull some, you know, shit aside where we can, like, have a week, you know, or at least, like, a couple days, you know, where it's just federal holiday, you know, like, type of shit, where it's, like, you know, 3 days or something. Like for, you know, Christmas, for example. Like, make, you know, the 24th, the 25th, and the 26th, you know, like, you know, make those 3 days, you know, federal holidays. You have, you know, the eve, you have Christmas Day, and then you have the day after to, you know, rest your drunken eggnog stupor. So there you go. I mean, to me, that seems like it's totally fair, and I think that would actually be fucking awesome. You know, like, or, you know what, and I'd even say fuck it, like, you know, outside of, like, you know, those days, to make, like, you know, the December 31st and January 1st federal holidays too. And you have just like a little short period where you kind of get back into business a little bit. And then after that, you know, you have another little extended weekend, and then, hey, now we're kind of back to the usual biz up until the next holiday shows up. And then, you know, like, and then make that like a, you know, 2-day thing. Like, for small holidays, like, you know, Valentine's Day or some shit, that could be like 1 day. But, like, when it comes to, like, these bigger ones, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, or even New Year's or shit, we can make these, like, multi-day federal holidays. Like, where it's, like, specifically, you know, a federal holiday for multiple days. Not a lot, just a few days. You know, like, I'm saying, like, a maximum of a week. And I think you can make that week, you know, be around the Christmas holiday time. Because, yeah, we have, like, Saturnina. Like, a lot of cultures all over the world have, like, their, like, festive, like, celebrations and all sorts of shit near the end of the year. Like, it just makes sense. Like, it would make sense to have, like, you know, 1 week federally just, you know, to just chill, just take a break, hang out with the fam and all that shit. You know, outside of, like, maybe some of the basic services, like, you know, USPS or some shit. Outside of, like, you know, like, some basic services up, you know, or some shit like that. You know, like, I think that would be fine. I mean, it's not like our politicians and our government takes, like, shitload of vacation anyway, and not do anything, so it's like, honestly, will we notice anything? Probably not. So, you know, it's one of those things where I don't think it matters that much. What you little doing, What's a boo-boo? Vicious Cloud. I'm not sure if we could put things in place. I'm not sure if we could put the things in place we want while politicians are gone. Oh my god, dude. Dude, that would be awesome. Like a kind of like an interim, like, civilian council of some sort. You know, like, I could kind of... Dude, Sukov! Bro! My god! Hey! Come here! Dude, what the hell? Here. But, yeah, like, I mean, because in the idea, if you think about it, it's almost kind of like a Regency Council. I mean, you know, or I guess in a way it could be kind of like, you know, something that Switzerland has, where they don't really have, like, a leader, but just a shitload of different, you know, like, representatives and people that, you know, are kind of like a part of a council. I mean, honestly, that could be a way to, you know, squeeze in, like, a direct democracy type of action that way. So, like, you know, during that off period, or at least during the days that are off, like, you know, people are kind of elected in these councils could potentially get shit done out of nowhere really quick. I mean, the thing is, like, I'm just kind of wondering, like, I mean, what would, like, you know, the strength of those decisions would be and stuff, because, like, if Congress or, like, you know, our government could basically just, like, overrule that shit immediately when they come back, then it doesn't really mean anything. So it would have to, like, there would have to be something in place to kind of, like, enforce, you know, potential decisions on shit like that or something. Or maybe just have it, you know, like, yeah, or maybe have, like, you know, those councils be, you know, at least, like, have a autonomy or authority over, like, maybe specific agency, like, you know, over the agencies, or maybe, like, state / like, county-based decisions or shit like that. They ain't come back. I see what's going on. I see what you're saying. I like that thinking. I like the cut of your jib. I was thinking way too utilitarian with it. I had to let my idealism, you know, take hold there for a minute. Because he went the idealistic route, and I went, oh, he's going that route with it. Oh, okay. I see. I can agree to this. Oh, dude, honestly, like, speaking of, like, dude, the last Onion Nuggets, oh my god, there are so many weird-ass, like, Fed posters, dude. Like, there's one, like, I mean, dude, there's, like, one comment that just, like, had a red flag immediately on my mind. Because it literally was some account named user-gibberish random code. Like, and I know that, you know, accounts that are basically that when it comes to you know, posts that you'll, like, see in comment sections, those are basically bots, like, or just, like, you know, like, randomly like, you know, quickly generated type of, like, accounts, and, you know, and basically only put there just so they can post shit, you know, and that's basically it. Like, there's more of a specific purpose for it. And, like, of course, it's a top comment, and it's just, like, the most weirdest fucking Fed posting ever, dude. Like, it genuinely kind of makes me a little suspicious. Like, because it kind of feels like ever since the We Were There stream, like, I mean, you know, I kind of feel like there's been more, like, Fed posters, you know, on DFF, and and maybe that's just a conspiracy part of my brain going off, but that's just really suspicious, at least in my mind, where I'm just thinking, is there, like, somebody trying to, like, you know, egg on something here to, like, you know, ask questions, or, you know, or, like, you know, just kind of gather information or something? It just seems very fucking weird. What's going on? National Versus took everything in SA. National Versus scenario. He never really even talked about that. At least not that I remember. If anything, he was kind of, if anything, weirdly enough, going on, you know, saying the opposite. Like, I mean, he was saying, like, at least from what I remember watching it, at least, because I know, it was, like, what, like an hour in or some shit, or, like, an hour and a half in? It was around the time when, like, TJ showed up. Like, I imagine Paul wanted to help those people get out first. Exactly. And the thing is, well, here, before I get to my point, like, even with the whole national divorce scenario, Paul's mentioned, like, let's give a 6 months grace period for people who want to get the fuck out, and, you know, and, like, and help them in literally every way. Like, they can just, like, up and leave, and they can be taken care of. Like, I mean, Paul's mentioned that before, so it's not like he just wants to say, fuck it. Like, he, you know, he's kind of at least mentioned, it's like, yeah, if people don't want to be there, obviously, you know, because they want to get away from that shit, then yeah, I want them to. I want them to get away from that, and I want to have at least some door open for them, you know, to be able to do so, and with ease. So, but that's when he's mentioned it. But at least for last night, he wasn't really mentioning as much. If anything, it was kind of saying, it's like, you know, if anything, because of how polarized we are and how so much people are just willing to quickly, like, that, you know, go to, like, the violence route when it comes to, like, you know, politics and shit. Like, to him, he thinks that's concerning. And we're not doing enough, like, trying to talk with each other, you know, and we're more or less wanting to just try to fight each other. Which I honestly don't disagree. I do agree with that. And I think that's kind of why, in some part, like, you know, there is more of a sense about, you know, like the whole idea of national divorce or whatever the fuck. Because, I mean, I don't really think Paul generally believes in it. It's just something that he just, like, thinks if, you know, this is one of the, maybe the only solution to deal with it, then fuck it, but I don't want it to be. Like, before I think even TJ cut him off, he was going to mention about something about, like, look, I'm not usually, I know I've mentioned, like, Reconstruction too and shit like that, but, you know, and then he got cut off. But if I had to take a guess, I'm assuming he was going to say, like, but I don't think, you know, that is the most positive outcome. It would not necessarily help in any way because a lot of people will be very resistant to it, which, you know, fair enough, that is true. And I honestly think that wouldn't exactly help as much when it comes to trying to, like, potentially convince, you know, people that aren't, like, diehard gung-ho about whatever weird conservative bullshit and just happen to, you know, just be some, you know, chuckle fuck that works at the gas station or some shit. Doesn't really pay attention to politics besides the Fox News on TV, you know, in the gas station. It's on the background and that's it. Take up I think you do it. Well, I mean, like even I mentioned, I think we kind of need one too a little bit, but I think there's a way that could be done smartly without really the literal idea of Reconstruction, with like how that was done. Like, I mean, in my mind, it just takes a lot more of like a societal and cultural, like, you know, revolutionary change on that front. And I don't mean in a violent sense. I just mean in a sense of, like, you know, really shifting, you know, like, you know, where, like, people's hearts and minds are about shit. And considering how there is a lot of sense of, like, desperation and, you know, anger and feeling left behind that a lot of people, you know, left, right, center, and besides, you know, fucking feel. You know, so it's like this energy and this, like, you know, thing is there and it can be channeled, but there's not really much, you know, like active, you know, encouragement to do that. If anything, it's kind of the fucking opposite. I mean, because I mention that shit here too. Like, I always talk about, like, yeah, try to, you know, talk with people first. Like, you ain't gonna, like, you know, really get shit done without at least talking with people. You know, you're not really going to know where people, like, you know, lie when it comes to ideas unless you talk with them, you know, and you ain't going to be able to hash it out unless you talk with them. And I don't mean them in the sense of, like, you know, the literal diehard Nazi. Fuck them, I don't care. Like, they can eat a dick. You know, but when it comes to your average yokel, like, conservative or, like, some apolitical centrist dork or whoever the fuck, you know, just someone just trying to earn their keep, like, you know, yeah, like, what's the harm in talking with them? Because, yeah, they might have a dumb take, they might even be a little bigoted here and there and stuff, but they're not, like, actively seeking out the idea of trying to fucking kill you or some shit. They're just trying to earn theirs. And probably have been persuaded by stupid bullshit to, you know, like, think that, oh, it's this that's the problem, not the fact that I'm getting fucked by, you know, pieces of shit corporate fucks and, you know, politicians that sell us down the river and all this other shit. Christian conservative, closely fascist, and I don't respect either. Well, I mean, the problem is most people in America are Christians, and also Christian conservative too. Like, a lot of people are. Like, I mean, dude, you'd be ruling out most of the fucking country at that point. And the thing is, not every Christian conservative is, like, you know, a closet fascist, like, diehard, let's kill all the gays type. A lot of them are more or less like love the sinner or love the sinner, hate the sin type, where, you know, they'll kind of, like, you know, do this weird condescending, like, oh, well, you know, you're okay, I love you, but I don't like the sin. You know, most, like, you know, Christian conservatives tend to be like that. Christian nationalist conservatives, like, average. Well, like, I mean, at that point, those are just Christo-fascists. And the thing is, in the South, yeah, they're way more common, and there was a lot more of them down there. I mean, I ain't gonna say that, like, you know, where you live, like, there's a lot more likelihood you're finding some hardcore, hardlining motherfuckers. And the thing is, like, they absolutely do exist. Like, I mean, they're, you know, it's like, I ain't saying, like, these people just are some weird, like, enigma that just happens to be exceptional online or something. I mean, they do exist out there for sure. And the thing is, sometimes you don't really know, like, those type of people and who they are unless you talk with them sometimes. And the thing is, if you realize that's who they are and they ain't budging from their ideas, then, you know, fuck them. But at least you put out the effort to try to talk with them and see where they lie and see if things can be hashed out a little bit. I mean, the thing is, like, you ain't gonna win them all. It's not, and honestly, it's not even the point. The point ain't necessarily to try to, like, you know, win them all. You know, like the point is to at least win the ones that are willing to at least open their ears a little bit, even if it's just like even if the door's totally closed, like this, and it's like even if they open it up just that little bit, those are the people that could potentially at least get their minds changed about shit like this, because there's plenty of people out there. In fact, there's even like some lefty streamers like Xanderhall, for example, like that used to be conservative as fuck, full-on right-wingers, and like Hunter Avalon's another one, and now they're either like lib, left, or socialist in some way, shape, or form, or somewhere along the left-leaning spectrum of politics and shit. So obviously minds can change, so it's not like it's an impossible thing. It's not like it's just suddenly just like a thing that just cannot happen anymore, because it certainly could still happen. But then shockingly I grew up. Well, that, and also you probably had contact theory from different people that maybe changed your perspective a little bit and challenge your initial perception of the world, and yeah, grew up and matured more and became more intelligent because of that. Became more of a critical thinker because of that. But like I'm saying, it's just like, like that idea isn't impossible. It's still a very possible thing. And every now and then, sometimes an old dog can be taught new tricks and shit. But like you're not really going to be able to do that unless you actually just talk with people. And the thing is, like, I know plenty of people that I, like for example, that I go to the bar and chat with and shit. And there's definitely, some stuff about politics where I don't totally agree with people on and shit. And they don't necessarily agree with everything on me and stuff. But, whatever. Like, it's not a big deal to me. Like, I've remember talking about, like, when it comes to, like, religion and, and its influence on, like, culture stuff. Funny enough, that was, like, a conversation I had at the bar once. And, we definitely didn't totally, completely agree. But it was a very reasonable, chill conversation, and we still said, hey, it was good talking, man, fucking bumped it up, and just hung out with the boys and shit, basically, and went on our way afterwards. So it's like one of those things where it's like, you could disagree with people. I mean, sometimes even probably vehemently to an extent, and it's like, hey, you can still chill with them for a little bit, because I mean, at the end of the day, we're just talking. It's not like some life or death type of fucking thing, That my perspective of the Soviets was colored by video games, and I love their visuals. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that definitely kind of played a role for me. Or, this sarcasm, don't hurt me, lol. I'm not gonna hurt you over that. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I got plenty of fucking flaws. I mean, I ain't no, like, angel in this. Or, like, some perfect being, and, like, that's, like, the master of, like, the language arts and be able to convince people. I'm not Daryl Davis or whatever the fuck. And even then, Daryl Davis also has his flaws, so it's just like, I mean, we all do, we ain't perfect here. But shit, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just giving it the shot. What is your deal, bro? God, this butt, dude. Command & Conquer 2 really cemented how cool the Soviets were for me. And then Tim Curry really sold the role as well. At least with Red Alert 3. Yeah. Yeah, because, like, when it comes to, like, Red Alert 3, that really did it a lot, especially with the, like, when Tim Curry was playing that, like, Soviet general dude. And honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, like, all the aesthetics about Red Alert 3 were just badass. Just across the board, honestly. I mean, honestly, just like the Command & Conquer, like, Red Alert series in general, like, always had really cool aesthetics. But I've always really liked Red Alert 3's aesthetics and visuals. Especially with, like, a lot of that cool, like, implementation of, like, a lot of, like, the real life, like, you know, acting and shit, you know, like, you know, used in between everything. I always thought that was really cool. It kind of gave it gave it a sense of like more of a connection to it, because it kind of felt like, you know, in a way you were kind of like it was there in a sense. It wasn't just like, you know, all like animated stuff. It was like, kind of felt like you were there a little bit. Like the intro from the expansion. Yeah. What is he doing? The reason why I looked at Soviets use mind control tech was because they were actually working on that stuff IRL, but never got working. Well, yeah, I remember, well, the thing is, like, I'm pretty sure, like, most of the, like, superpowers, yeah, at the time, the US, the USSR, you know, like, at that time, there was a lot of nations that were trying to, like, well, not a lot, but there's at least a couple nations that were generally trying to do that. We did our own spare mind control here, too. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, the Soviets weren't the only ones who tried doing that. Where'd he go? Oh, he's over there. Man, that little goof. This doggo is just a weirdo. Just a goofball weirdo. He's probably priming himself to like go on a boof. I think the Soviet approach to that was kind of out there, using psionics, which isn't even real, while we use drugs. Yeah, we were using like LSD and shit like that. It didn't. And then the Soviets were trying to delve into, like, basically horoscope shit. It's like, let's use, like, psionics. Which isn't even a thing, but fuck it, we're gonna try. It's like, good luck with the mind control. I'm pretty sure that's gonna work with, you know, psionics, even though that's, like, literal sci-fi fantasy gobbledygook. It's still funny, though. It would be honestly kind of fucking hilarious, like, if somehow they fucking, like, if they just straight up, like, you know, like, if that somehow worked. Like, if they somehow tapped into some shit, like, that honestly would be kind of crazy wild to me. And be like, wait, what? They tapped into psionics? That's a what? Man, Hysteric Goats was a real experiment. And there were some results, but they never were able to recreate them in later experiments. Huh. Now we really know we put drugs in the candy. The government covered it up. The government covered it up. Now we know we really put drugs in the candy. 'Cause the government covered it up. The government covered it up. Died of war in 1999. No, it's 1988. 90% of the population died in the war of 1988. And the government covered it up. I mean, it's 1988. That's just what the government tried to tell you to, like, you know, just try to deflect. You know, try to, like, you know, try to muddy the trail, dude. That's what they were trying to do there. see what we can look at for the tube. Let's see what little things happen. Happy Meowloween. Meowloween? Oh, well, this looks like a straight happy cat. Look at this happy kitty. Oh my goodness. Little bat cat. It's the rare bat cat. We'll pull another Manatee episode on So I Want the King. It's literally a patron goal. Like, I mean, it's something that they're still gonna do, but I mean, it's just one of those things where, you know, like, I mean, they have to reach the goal. And if they don't, then they don't. See what? How far away are they? I could check. Wait, you fully expected to do like a full-on Manatee Gauntlet? I mean, they're not gonna do that, dude. I mean, they overtly said that this is going to be like a straight-up, you know, like, it's gonna be, they call it the Brett King Gauntlet specifically. So, I'm pretty sure it will happen. But here, let's see. Where are they right now? Where can I see that? I don't want to just look at their posts. I want to, like... Oh, right here at membership, okay. Okay. Well, it says 4,740 Patreones. So, they're basically about 260 away. So, 260 people need to be Patreones. And I think they have like a MGTOW gauntlet on the way too. Like for every 100 patrons they get, I think they're going to add like another crazy ass gauntlet. They have like some Intel MGTOW gauntlet they're going to do, I think, for November, which, oh my fucking god, dude. Ugh. That far. Well, it's, I mean, you know, it's not that far. I remember when these motherfuckers were at like 260 patrons. Because that's when, like, I'm a long time patron of them. You know, so I've been, you know, so, like, I remember back when they were, like, at, like, 300 and shit. It's possible. I'm actually surprised they have so many. It's actually pretty badass, I will admit. We should create 300 patron accounts. Fucking bug. Yeah, squish these damn bugs. Annoying little shits. Should create 300 patron accounts. I don't have that, like, much to do so. Like, that wouldn't be possible for me. Alright, this bitch is getting burnt. Come on, bitch. Speaking of Manatee, he still uses TJ in his videos, even though they haven't talked about him in years. Oh my god, of course. I mean, isn't he, like, basically, I mean... isn't he, like, technically, like, you know, banned on YouTube right now or some shit? Because, like, last time I heard, he apparently got, like, you know, struck on YouTube or some shit. And it's probably gonna obviously make another fucking, you know, channel and shit, you know, because, like, shocker. It's like cancer. Well, no shit. Well, that's what I'm saying. Always comes back. Unfortunately, it's the sad fate. He can't just accept the fact that, you know, no one really wants him. No one really wants him at this point. Is there really seriously not that much going on for like the fucking like tube at this point? Boo. That's lame. What the hell? I suppose, I mean, considering the day, there probably wasn't going to be much. Sad. Saddens me. Time for a quick video review. That's actually what I was looking around for. I'm like, what can we look at to check out and shit? Let's see. Oh, wow, shocker. Unfortunately, there ain't much, but if you got something. Young Kyle's so naive. Wait, how far he has come? Wait, so was it? Sorry, 90% of my assholes like, I beat my daughter's dog to death for peeing on my shoes. Am I an asshole? I mean, no shit. Obviously, someone like that is not just an asshole, but like an utter scumfuck piece of shit. Actually, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I have a comment from 8 years ago, dude. I've seen this video a long time ago. See, look at my comment from 8 years ago. Ain't gonna lie, he's cute here. When isn't he? That is fair. For 4 years later. And 4 years ago.
Hello, YouTube.
Oh my god.
My first video, I figured I'd go ahead and...
Holy shit, that fucking audio. I forgot how bad the audio quality was. Oh my god. Dude, Dude, I posted a comment on this video when 8 years ago. When this video was 9 years old. Holy shit, dude. How long have I been watching? Oh my god, have I been watching him for like almost a fucking decade now? Oh my fucking god, Kyle's come so far. Yeah, dude. Because holy shit, I've been watching him for at least a little, like, at this point, like, since 2014. It's been around, like, 2015, 2016-ish. I discovered him shortly after I graduated high school, so at least earliest, definitely 2015, but 2016 for sure. So that was at least, you know, when, dude, holy shit, bro. I fell out.
About what I'm
holy fuck. Man, this really hit me in the gut. It's been so long since I've seen this one, but I do remember it. And even now, I'm starting to... oh, my God. Okay, well... I'm going to just, like, you know, just, like, let that... Just have that just hit me in the gut. What was Harley saying, too? This is getting... Wait, what was happening here? I'm pulling Telegram. I want to see what's happening here. Yes, 2 6-pack. Yes, basically a 12-pack. Nice. Is it fully healed? Yeah, he's pretty much, you know, healed up at this point. I mean, his leg is still, like, you know, sore every now and then and shit, but for the most part, yeah, it's pretty much healed. If I wasn't going to see my mama before kicking it with the boys and the lads and shit, I'd say just have him swing by, like, right now with that. But, of course, I have at least, you know, a couple important things to do first. Just a little bit. But, yeah, I don't have to worry about that right now. It's still pretty early in the day. and have a pirate orgy. Well, how do you know that's not the plan? How do you know that ain't my plan to just, you know, have a crazy fucking insane pirate orgy, huh? You don't know. You know my intentions. Yeah, figured, you know, we might as well check, you know, some random little things down here. Or some other stuff, if they're... Wait, hold on. What the hell? Gavin Newsom tackles a... Wait, hold up. Hold up. Wait, hold up. What happened now? Hold up. Okay, wait a minute. What? Okay, hold up. YouTube doesn't want full screen, so I gotta do this really quick. But what the fuck? What did he do? Oh my god. That's fucking hilarious. What the hell? No, I have not seen this yet. Oh my god, what? This hasn't even popped up on my feed or anything yet. At all.
Oh, let's have some fun, y'all. Let's have some fun. So, Gavin Newsom, God. We call him Greasy Gavin for a reason. He is
Greaseball Gavin, dude.
Slimy politician. So he's been making himself more visible recently. He's been going out there really arguing for Joe Biden aggressively, trying to position himself as potentially the next in line. He claims, oh, I wouldn't run against like Kamala Harris or anything. I don't know about that, dog. I think there's a very good chance he does run against Kamala Harris in the next...
I think that's just only there to save face, just because he doesn't want to get on Kamala's bad side. Which, I don't know if that's even really something that you have to really worry about, because she's such a weird, awkward, fucking moron, honestly. Like, they don't really have her out in public, like, at all, because she says stupid shit and, like, accidentally omits things a lot. So, they don't have her out in public often at all. When's the last time she was out in public, anyway? Like, when was the last time she made, like, some sort of, like, fucking speech or some shit? The last thing I remember was like that, do not come. Do not come. That's like the last time I like heard her make some dumb speech.
Looking for an opening. Whenever he can run, he will run. He wants to be the guy. He wants to be the Democratic nominee. He's made that very clear. This is why he's so visible. Now, he's really doing this, he's really leaning almost too hard into it at the moment. Like, you know, he said, I'm going to go to Israel after the Hamas terror attack on Israel. And by the way, during the Israel slaughterfest against Gaza, he was like, I'm gonna go back our ally Israel. Bro, you're governor. You don't do foreign policy right now. That's not a thing for you. You're a governor. You don't have a foreign policy, right? But he's like, I'm gonna go there. Why? Because he's trying to do the whole, like, I'm next in line, blah, blah. He also decided,
Which also, like, why, like, it's just, I mean, outside of just that, like, why would a governor have anything to do with foreign policy, anything? Like, what, is this implying that states technically can have their own individual foreign policies? Which, if that's the case, that sounds horrible and disturbingly scary. Just imagine, like, Texas and Florida specifically trying to, like, invade Iran or some shit, dude. Like, oh my god. I mean, I guess that would be, like, a weird proxy to be, like, you know, let the weird chuckle fucks, you know, die in the, you know, in the mountains or some shit, you know, in Iran or whatever the fuck, while the rest of the sane states and the rational states could just be like, nah, we're not part of this. I promise you, we're sitting this one out. It's only gonna be people from, like, Florida and Tennessee and Texas and shit. Not us.
travel to China.
China?
Relax. Bring it in. Bring it down. You're being... It's too
Get to the video. I want to see this.
He's popular in Florida. He was a governor that's...
Oh my god. Where does this happen? Okay, here we go. Get to the lead up. Come on.
Yeah, it's okay. Here is Gavin Newsom giving us a video clip for the ages here. He goes to China. Why? Well, because he wants to be president, that's why. He goes to China, and this happens.
Wait, he's in China when this happens? Oh no!
Oh, don't do that. Don't spank the Chinese kid. Don't spank the Chinese. Stop.
Oh my god, okay. Alright. You know what? Look. It's not as bad as I thought it was. I mean, it was an accident, and now he's just trying to, like, you know, play it off. But, dude, just don't stop. Now you're starting to get into the red flag scenario, my dude.
Gavin. Oh, Gavin. What are you doing? Oh, so he goes to some school in China.
Playing basketball?
The basketball, trying to be all fancy, does a little spin move, and just straight up tackles.
I mean, it honestly kind of looked like he just tripped and, like, fell on the kid, and, like, I mean, that's kind of how I feel is what happened. I mean, it's not as bad as I thought it was, but it is kind of funny. It is pretty funny. It's like, what the fuck?
Chinese kid. Here, I'll play it again for you. We'll put the sound off. Look, he's trying to do the spinning the basketball on his finger. Look at me, I can do stuff. Look.
It's trying to, like, show off to these kids.
Round the back, and I'm tackling. He just straight barrels over this poor kid. Jesus Christ.
And then just, like, bear hugs him out of nowhere. Like, I mean, what the fuck?
Oh, that's so embarrassing. Oh, this is great. Gavin Newsom needs to do more things so that he can keep embarrassing himself. Alright, so here's the question that I'm going to pose to all of you. So, the question is, was it a charge or not? I'll give you my opinion, but here, we'll try to... Can I slow it down?
A charge? Like, what, like, charging the kid? No, I don't think so.
Slow it down to 0.5 times speed.
I'm pretty sure he just straight tripped.
Around the back, and...
Yeah, no, hold on, he did. Wait, wait, no, he didn't, no, I don't buy this tackle thing. We're analyzing this shit. Not that I'm trying to overtly defend it, but hold on. We're doing some frame-by-frame analysis.
Slow it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Slow it down to 0.5.
We're zooming in on this bitch.
Here it is, spin move. Around the
now watch the feet right there. See, actually it's right there. Look, see, he lands on his little tippy toe and then kind of slips. See, he slipped. Like he kind of went on his little tippy toe, slipped and lost his balance. That's what happened. He tried to get the ball and then he just like bam, and then blop. Like he kind of lost his footing there for a second. That's what happened. He kind of tripped.
Charge or no charge? That is the question. Let's play it again.
I think it like my analysis is he kind of tripped, ran into the kid, and to try to not like have the kid hit his head, he kind of like grabbed the kid, you know, and that's what made it look like a tackle. Which, I mean, I'm not trying to defend Newsom here, but I think this is just like, you know, an accidental tackle, and it's whatever. A little weird with him just like hugging the kid for like way longer than he should be, but whatever.
No charge. Spin move, round the back, and...
He trips, like, I mean, right there. I mean, how's Kyle not see that? No child can outball Gavin, dude. I mean, no shit.
Charge or no charge? Everybody in the comment section, put your opinion. I will tell you mine. And by the way, the part nobody's talking about, which people should be talking about, is don't spank the Chinese kid. He tackles this poor kid, and then he spanks him a couple times on the butt to be like, ha ha ha, it's all in good fun, right, Phil? Stop touching his ass. Stop touching.
Dude, that's what I mean. Like, he's doing some weird red flag shit, bro.
Booty. For the love of God.
Oh, God, don't say it like that, Kyle.
Very creepy.
Oh, my God.
All right. So, my position is, I'm actually going to slow it down to 0.25 times. I'm going to go ahead and say it's an offensive foul. It's a charge. See, he's got his...
An offensive foul?
Shuffle to get in the way, but feet are down. Boom. Hits him. Offensive foul for sure.
Oh my God. Offensive foul? So, like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I mean, he's going, like, full, like, sports analyst mode on this shit.
I hope this kid isn't injured. I don't think he is. But it did kind of look like an awkward fall, didn't it? Like, it's almost like he landed, like, Newsom landed on the kid's leg. Let's watch again.
Because he, like, dude, he, like, slipped on his little tippy toes. Leg just, like, you know, like, slipped out. And he tried to regain his footing, and he really... And this kid was in the way, kind of, like, where he would try to regain his balance by, like, kind of, like, going that way. But this kid was right here and just kind of, like, got the brunt force of, like, him running into him. Like, right there.
It's the Zapruder film. See, it looks like he sort of landed weird with his leg. Hopefully the kid's okay.
Yeah, I think the kid's fine.
Anyway, kids are resilient. I think he's okay. But now, the creepiest part. Why do you have the kid in a headlock? Why are you spanking his ass? Gavin, don't do that.
Yeah, that's just...
I honestly think the worst part is the spanking part.
And then he does this weird hug. Like, you could have just let the kid go right there, but then he just, like, goes in for the hug.
Let him go. This is getting awkward. Let him go, Gavin.
Like, I mean, like, he should have let him go, like, well, right, like, well, before, like, literally any of his weird shit was going on. He should have just let the kid go and then just do his thing. And get back up and whatever.
The charge, anyway, don't try to play basketball in, like, those business shoes. Bad idea. I'm going. It's a charge, offensive foul. Possession goes to the Chinese kid. Curious what you guys think. I've seen a bunch of people online saying the opposite, saying no, they think it's a blocking foul of anything.
What? A blocking foul? Oh my god. Dude, people are getting way too analytical about that one. The real story is that Gavin thought he was hot shit at basketball showboating and then trips and falls into a kid. He won't be getting to B-ball hustler vote with those moves. He tripped right into him like the non-pro he is, and it gave him his back pass to play it off. I could totally try to buffer the kid's fall for some bodies. Yeah, I think this is a little more accurate, but it still looked a little bit more sussy after, like, you know, the back pat shit. Yeah, everyone actually has noticed this. I think everyone else noticed that little, like, loss of balance. Like, a lot of those top comments are saying that, and I think Kyle's just, like, you know, not seeing that at all, because it's there. Like, I mean, we saw it. Like, we saw, like, when he landed his left foot, it was on his tippy toes, basically, and it slipped out from underneath him after that. And also, he's not even wearing the proper shoes anyway, so that probably, you know, led to that anyway. It was probably just the fact he's wearing stupid business shoes while he's doing that. He couldn't, like, switch out into some kicks. Couldn't switch out into the appropriate kicks, dude. Wow. I mean, I will admit, it is kind of funny, though. But it's just like, man, what a dork. I mean, it's like, no matter what, like, anytime a politician tries to look real and tries to be, like, hip with the crowd and be like, see, I'm one of you, it's like, man, it always looks so awkward and amusing. And that was definitely up there.
All right.
Yeah, well, thank you, Kyle. My lord. That was definitely a fun one. I didn't know that was going on. And I also, it's like, I mean, I don't get why the fucking weirdos in China. It's like, dude, like, I mean, I guess I don't really care, but I mean, or at least not enough. But it's like, really, bro? Like, you're really honestly at this point just, like, egging on that you really want to be president after this. Like, I mean, after, like, Biden, you know, or some shit, regardless if he wins or loses, like, he's gearing up for 24. I mean, that's pretty much just obvious at this point. The only reason why a governor would be doing any shit like this is because they're gearing up for a run for, you know, presidency. Or at least, you know, somewhere in the current cabinet, even. So, I mean, that's just kind of what I feel like is going on. I mean, he's probably going to try to see if he can get in, you know, the current administration and then run for president after that. That's my hunch. I guess we'll see. But that's just me, my little guess. Though he is a greaseball, though. I feel like greaseball Gavin works way better than greasy Gavin. But that's his me. Toggle, what you doing over there? What you doing over there, little goof? More appropriate if it was Nick Narcissus got smacked. No, it wouldn't. I don't want him near me. Fuck no. Fuck. I wouldn't want that weird ass son of a bitch near me. Fuck that. Here. Oh, what's this? Butter candles are real? Wait, what is this? What the fuck is this? I'm really intrigued. This looks interesting. We'll be back later, or... Well, I'm not leaving yet.
I just found...
Checking out some other things. What's this?
That butter candles exist. Get closer. Butter candles. A little closer. Candles made out of butter. Back it up. The thing is, I want to make a present for my friend. His birthday's coming up, and I'm going to make him a butter candle, and we're going to try it out. First, we're going to melt 2 cups of butter. After the butter is melted, you want to add rosemary.
And a buffer. Gotta have that good old buffer just to make sure that, you know, get it marinated.
A spoonful of garlic here, then we're gonna mix it up, and now we're gonna pour it in our cup. Now, before you put your butter in the cup, you want to add your candle wick. It's very important to know that you want to use food-safe candle wicks. So you can use beeswax-covered candle wicks, you can use edible candle wicks that you can get online, or you can use dry spaghetti. But you want to put it in before you put your butter in. Now that we have our butter with the candle wick, we're going to freeze it for about an hour. Now, if you're hosting a party, this is what you can do. You can put a cup on top of this bread and make a hole around it, just like this. Then you're going to trim the sides so you can pick apart pieces of bread. So now your bread should open up like this. Okay, now we have our frozen cup of butter. We're going to cut it open. When you pull it out, you will now have a butter candle. You can put it right where your bread is, right here, and then just trim the wick down. Now, as time goes on, the butter will melt slowly into the bread, and it will make the kitchen smell like rosemary. And if you already pick a piece of bread out, it already has butter inside of it. Give it a try.
Yo, fuck. Yes, dude. This sounds awesome. Alright, I'm trying this. Dude, I gotta, like, you know, pizzazz the homies. Pizzazz the lads with this one, dude. Yo, that sounds fucking awesome. And that also sounds so festive, too. Like, holy shit, that sounds like a banger right there, dude. Oh, rosemary, garlic, butter candle, dude. Oh, dude, like, just thinking about that is just making me like, yo, dude, yo. Dude, that just sounds so good. I actually might just try that. Maybe I could make a small one, just to kind of like experiment. Maybe like do different types, just see which one I like the most. Do different seasonings in them. Okay, what the fuck is outside making all the ruckus? I know I'm not the only one hearing that. And I'm assuming it would have to be like maybe recycling or some shit. Because garbage already came. If that's the case, then it's showing up pretty fucking late. Dude, that shit's hell early in the morning. Here. Let's see what, like, one more little thing we could look at. Let's see, y'all. Why am I being recommended Jerry out of nowhere? And also, what the fuck is... What's going on here? What the hell? What? Why is he wearing a wig? Is he actually wearing that? Yeah, fuck it. Hold on. I'm... Oh my god, he actually is... What is he wearing? What is going on? What is Joe doing? What's he be doing, dude? What? Has he just, like, honestly straight... Like, oh my god, he looks so old now. What the fuck? Dude, he straight looks like an old man now out of nowhere. Oh my... What? There's no way. This is actually the channel. It is. Oh, dude, no fucking... That's what he looks like right now? Why is he wearing that? What is... What? And... Dude, oh my god, dude. He does not look good right now, bro. What the fuck? Dude, he just looks disheveled. Why is he wearing that? I'm more confused than ever about what, like... Joe's going for, like, the biggest existential crisis, isn't he? He's going for, like, the biggest midlife crisis right now, isn't he? Is that what we've just been witnessing for, like, the past year? Or two? Or three? Because that's what it seems like, at least to me. Honestly, what gets me is that fucking wig, dude. Like, why is he wearing that? I mean, and he really does not look good for wear either. Like, why, like, he looks so gaunt and wrinkly and old now out of nowhere. Like, it didn't really used to look that bad. Conservative politics ages you prematurely. Yeah, honestly, it kind of does, doesn't it? It kind of just makes you look more Sith, but, you know, for Joe's case, it just makes him also more stupid. More Sith-like, but also more dumb. While wearing a weird bowl cut wig or something. I was like, okay then. That's, I guess, what is going on in Joe's life. Aye. Diaz fucking me up. Ugh. That's why Bernie looks good, is mostly in the light. Yeah, even though he looks like an old man and all that shit, he still at least looks like, you know, pretty good for his age. I mean, still, yeah. I mean, it's like, come on. I mean, even Bernie's still looking pretty good. Let's see what other little fun things are going on. Let's show you. What little fun, other intriguing little things we can learn. Jared Kushner says it's safer to be a Jew in Saudi Arabia than at U.S. colleges. What a fucking moron, dude. Oh my god. What? I mean, considering that he, you know, is like one of their butt buddies and probably does a lot of nice, you know, squeaky little deals with them and shit. Yeah, probably. For him. But for the average, you know, like, Jewish person, I'm pretty sure that, you know, them living in Saudi Arabia would probably be fucking miserable and horrible. And they'll probably be harmed. And that would not be good. Like, I highly doubt that that is even close to being true. I'm pretty sure, you know, like, a Jewish person is just fine out of college. But, oh my god, the fucking retarded, insane fucking talking points of these people. Holy shit. I'm like, oh, grant them this. That's new. Like, that's a new one out of the fucking, you know, bucket of slog that they, you know, try to throw at people when it comes to their talking points. But, oh my god, ugh. I mean, that one doesn't even really stick well. It's like, Jesus Christ, like, how fucking, like, out of touch and stupid do you have to be? Like, what the fuck, bro? Good grief. Man, you gotta love the stupidity of fucking conservatism, man. It's awesome. It could just be awesome sometimes. I just made some Japanese noodles. It was fire. Nice. Hell yeah, dude. I kind of want to, like, snacks and ramen, honestly, low-key. Sounds kind of good right about now. Hokkaido-style noodles. Nice. Sounds like some good shit right there, I'll tell you what. What's up, Zuka? What is up, you little fluff? A little goofball. A baby. A goofball, little fluff over there. Being a little dork. Little Zoozooks. You sweet little boy. Look at you. Oh my god, what a little goofball. Seen Pirate Military Crew in that outfit. Well, I probably will for karaoke. Like on Friday or Saturday. I mean, you know, like, a part of me might want to try to, like, pregame, like, because I know there's, like, a little party or, you know, something going on at the bar that I go to for karaoke at Duffy's. And I don't know if they're having like a special little karaoke night there or not, but I might like do a little quick pregame and have a drink there before we're going out to see the boys and shit. So, I mean, because we're all gonna like meet up at around like 7 or 8, so I still got plenty of time for all that shit. So that's fine. You know, like after, you know, I don't know, like, you know, a little bit here, I'll probably go, you know, see mama and shit, get myself some lunch, then maybe at least, you know, like Evan Farley, you know, I'll probably see if he wants to swing by over here for a little bit, and him and I could probably pregame a little. Because, you know, to where we need to go, we just have to take, you know, the Max, you know, at the light rail, and Duffy's is literally right next to it anyway, so fucking all works out. At least in my mind, it, you know, works out as a good little plan. I know one of my friends who was, they were supposed to come by yesterday to, you know, take a shower, do some laundry and stuff, because, you know, I offered that to them, and if they, you know, if they wanted it, because they're living in an RV right now. So, you know, I've been wanting to, like, help them out a little bit, and plus they were going to get me back on Friday anyway, or at least sometime, you know, later this week. So, oh, my friend Harley got Angry Orchard. Oh, fuck yeah, dude, Angry Orchard's so good. They got 12-pack of that? Oh, hell yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Good shit. But, yeah, but, like, anyway, but, like I'm saying, though, so, like, at least I know for my other friends, I don't know if he got paid from his job yet or not, but if so, maybe he can at least, you know, at least get some of that back a little bit. But if not, it's not a big deal. 6er Pirate Water. Nice. I need to see where I could find some of that shit, because if not, I might buy it online, because that shit looks pretty good, not even gonna lie. Why are you just such a little boofball? Fucking little dork. Malt beverage is pretty good. Yeah, it does look pretty good. I mean, for some of the flavors that you said to me before, or like sent pictures of. And plus, hey, it fit my outfit. Ugh. You know, honestly, I might have like another extra layer or two just in case, just because, I mean, this shirt is very thin. So I have like a shitload of layers on. I have like, you know, my undershirt, and then got this, then I got, you know, I got another like overshirt, I got my jacket, and I got the duster on. And I might just put on another jacket just in case, or at least like have one on me. There's at least 3 other flavors you saw: the Miami Vice and 6 on the Beach. Well, you should try the other flavors. Tropical Surprise. Oh my god, that sounds a fucking banger, dude. Dude, that sounds awesome. Oh my god, dude. That would probably be my drink right there. If there's like Pirate Water around here and they have Tropical Surprise, that would probably be my go-to. Just a strong punch. Just like, I like tropical stuff. Like tropical flavored, like tropical punch, anything. Like, love that shit. It's so good. I love my exotic fruits. Hey, little boof. Look at you being so cute over there. I'll let you know how it is. Yeah, totally, man. Yeah. I think I'll at least get one more bowl going here. Then, let's go see what Mom's up to and stuff. Besides, she has apparently, like, a gift that was supposed to be, like, my birthday present, but I guess it finally came in. So, like, I'm, you know, so at this point, I'm just like, alright, well, you know, might as well pick it up. And plus, I've been meaning to see her anyway, so, because say hello to Mama, you know, see how she's doing, give her the loves, and, you know, catch up, tell her how, you know, things are going and all that shit. From the online homies. Oh, I always like to do that. I always like give extra hugs, you know, from just even my, you know, from my homies and stuff. Because my friends always like asking and see how she's doing and shit like that. I mean, from my understand, she was recently in the hospital because she got like a mild like a mild like blood infection of some sort. So, but they catch it early. So, I don't know if she's out yet or not. At this point, like I'm assuming she probably would be. So, I mean, she's like hit me back and forth pretty constantly. I'm assuming she probably is, but I'll give her a call and see what's up. And if so, that at least makes it easier to go pick up my package. Because if not, she wants me to like wait until she's until she's there, which it's like, okay, that's all right, I guess. But anyway, at least get myself some lunch and go see how she's doing and all that fun stuff. So I'll probably be back a little later tonight though, and all that fun shit. I just got the strongest whiff of weed I've had in years. What, just randomly? Like smell through the walls? So that person that you think might be a dealer, they might not be a dealer, but they probably hella smoke, which means they probably hella know somebody. So, I'm just saying, like, somebody there hella cheaps up, dude. Damn. And they just got some skunky stuff. Nice. That sounds awesome. You know what? Actually, that's just me. I mean, realistically, that was just me. I mean, I did just cheap up. So, yeah. I'm actually just right around the corner from you. I wish. I'd be bumming a bowl off you. I mean, you wouldn't have to bum a bowl off me. I would just invite you over and we just chief the fuck up. But, anyway, at least I'll call it good for now. And then, like I said, get myself some lunch, see how the mama's doing, all that shit. So, peace out. Now, probably back a little bit later tonight. I might honestly even stream, at the little bonfire me and the lads might do. But, we'll see. So, anyway, peace out. And see y'all the next one. So,